Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here. We're gonna show you how grass whips, hockey sticks, hammers, and a multitude of other tools are gonna help you simplify the game beyond belief so that you can evolve into the golfer you're supposed to be. Enjoy. Hello everyone, Shawn Clement here at the Royal Quebec Golf Club in beautiful Quebec City. It is a gorgeous day and we're going to be talking about your swing tempo. And for many of you, I get the question all the time, how do I slow my swing down? And how do you get that beautiful pause that you have in your golf swing and at the transition of from your backswing to your downswing? And the answer is, I'm always on a very specific task. And I'll give you a few tasks right now that'll really drive the point home in stuff that you may do manually in your backyard when you're doing some work. So let's say I had a machete and I wanted to clear some brush and I got some shoots here coming out of the ground. And I'm doing this machete thing all day long. And then tomorrow I gotta get up and do it again, the honey-do list. So I'm going to use the weight of my machete to slash through. If I do something like this, I'm not going to last 5 minutes, and the wife's not going to be happy, so we don't want that. So I want to feel the weight of that machete to slash through those shoots. So you notice how I had the beautiful pause at the top? I didn't think of that. I'm just thinking about using the weight of my instrument to perform my task. Same thing if I had a hammer in my hand. So I got a hammer, I got a nail sticking out of here, and I want to drive that nail one shot into that board. Well, I'm not going to go, that's a lot of work. I had to yank the hammer up, put on the brakes, and then force the hammer down. Instead of taking the weight of the hammer and tagging that nail with the heft of this hammer. If I had to do this all day, this is how I would do it. So always let the weight of the instrument do the work for you. That's why you hear that cliche, let the club do all the work. Well, most of you don't really understand that cliche because you've never really compared it to other things that we do on a daily basis. So if I had a nice sledgehammer here and I was driving a nail into the side of a railroad tie, I would use the weight of that sledgehammer to perform my work. If I had to do the same thing here, boom, then I would really use the weight of the instrument to drive that stake into the ground. So, a fun drill to do. Let's say I'm a lumberjack, I got a tree here. I get my axe, I'm going to heave it into my backswing, and I'm using the weight of the axe to deliver my blow. Heave, use the weight of the axe. So you notice how my body's getting out of the way on the way down? Let me demonstrate how that works here. If I heave the axe up and I let the axe only fall, I have no access to that tree. I'm physically in the way. When I ask my brain, let the weight of the axe fall through the tree, notice how my body's getting out of the way naturally? So we're going to visit this a little later on in other videos. Well, here's a seed that we're planting. So if we let the weight of the instrument do a specific task, then all of these body parts, see, we're Pinocchio without the strings. Stop trying to put the strings back on. All you need is to give Pinocchio a proper task, and all of these body parts are going to flow in unison and in harmony with whatever you're trying to do. So if you're really using the weight of the instrument, you get to be able to perform with tools like this. So oftentimes, just to change the feedback, we'll take a ball and put it on a tee here. I'm just going to use the tee first. So my task is to use this instrument to cut through the tee. So I'm letting it cut through the tee. You hear that sound? So notice the transition at the top of the swing was very smooth because I'm using the weight of this instrument and I have to wait for it to gather. So if I grab it, yank it back, and push down, this will hit me, right? So I don't want the instrument to hit me. I want to use the weight of the instrument to get through my task. So if I put a ball on this, there's your dandelion in disguise. So I feel the weight of the instrument, and I use the weight of the instrument to cut through the tee. How pretty was that? There's no way I could perform that task if I were to yank it back and shove it through. So when you're getting ready to hit your shot, what is it that you're asking this premotor cortex to do? I'll give you two different tasks. Are you getting ready to hit the ball hard? Or are you getting ready to use the weight of the instrument to perform a task effortlessly that you'll be able to do all day and get up tomorrow and do it again? Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.